All right, did you see Brandon Aiyuk yesterday? That's why the Super Bowl devastation ain't going nowhere. My man's needed a hug, and I don't blame him. Watching that Super Bowl again and going through it again, how are we not talking about a parade tomorrow?
Well,
how are we not getting ready for a parade tomorrow?
25 reasons.
Yeah, there's probably 30.
Special teams gaffes, defensive assignments late in the game, offensive line playing, very incohesive. Your left tackle, who's a generational, had one of his worst games in a Niner uniform. George Kittle on a milk carton. Brandon Aiyuk not getting targets, looks, whatever happened. Deebo Samuel getting plastered by their DBs. I thought that the coach and the play calling was just a tick off at times, and some of the situational play calls, clock management, Christian McCaffrey fumbling the ball, you miss an extra kick. Then I look at what Kansas City did. Like, we haven't even gotten into Kansas City defensively. The more and more I watch that, their defensive personnel, we dramatically underrated it.
Yeah. No, I don't think we did.
I did. I'll admit that I did.
They're not the 85 Bears.
No, but their linebackers are really good. They played a smart game.
No, Spags had them lined up and ready to roll. But then, in hindsight, and because we're doing this in hindsight, the 3rd and 5 after the 2-minute warning. And you see the sounds of the game, and we'll get up here on our board in just a second, and we'll play it for the audience. Shanahan is saying, McCaffrey. He runs a Texas route. We had Baldy on yesterday, Brian Baldinger. And Brian Baldinger, hey, Ayuk's right off the line of scrimmage for the hot route. Purdy's looking right at him, doesn't pull the trigger. So, yeah, 2 guys open on the play. But even I go back to that play, and I said, damn, what if you would have just ran the ball on that play? You forced Kansas City to call a timeout. Maybe you get 3 to 4 yards to set up a 4th and short. I don't know, man. It just feels like these big games under Shanahan, they're just not as buttoned up. They're just not. They get tight. Maybe it's from the head coach. I don't know what it's from. But the fumbles, the holdings, the penalties, the situational football, 3rd and 4, Patrick Mahomes trucks your DB, Diablo Lenore. Little things like that happens to the Niners.
He just put his shoulder down.
It's just, I don't know, man. It hurts to lose that game the way they lost that game. The more and more it sinks in, like landing in the SFO and getting into the car thinking, damn, they really went out there to Las Vegas and lost the Super Bowl in overtime.
And it wasn't one thing.
It
was the ultimate pie chart of culpability game loss, and where everyone has a slice.
Ross Tucker was on last week with Signing Guru talking about how the Niners complain or whatnot. But I will say this. And I was thinking about it after watching the highlights of Drake Greenlaw tear his Achilles, and you see the team going, oh, no. I wonder, especially with Deebo Samuel and a hamstring injury, this is where practicing at UNLV, I wonder how soft those fields were.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
How much did that affect his Achilles? No, that's a real. I'm not making an excuse for Drake Greenlaw. But you go on that turf and you run around on that turf. How much wear and tear on your legs? We saw what happened in MetLife Stadium. This is where you got to have things buttoned up by the NFL. I don't know how much of an impact. The guy's running around and all of a sudden his Achilles just pops like that, run off the sideline. Well, I've never seen anything like it.
I haven't either. I mean, look, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I'm not going to even pretend to have any insights. He did miss week 18 with this Achilles tendonitis. Yep. So who knows?
Deebo's hamstring.
It's an interesting
I just
point.
don't know how much the practice fields had anything to do with that.
It's an interesting
They were
point.
complaining about the soft fields because what if we twist an ankle? What if we tear a hamstring? And then you see in the Super Bowl, Deebo Samuel, your tone setter on offense, hamstring injury. Can't get open. Well, he was getting shut down anyway, but then that obviously impacted him. He wasn't on the field on 3rd and 5 on the last play of the game. Or, in regulation at the 2-minute warning. He wasn't on the field. No. And then Drake Greenlaw, your tone setter, who's having an absolute epic start to the Super Bowl, tears his Achilles running off the sideline.
All that, there's 2 different teams with Drake Greenlaw not on the field. I agree with that. But here's the thing, B. You still had chances to win this game over and over and over and over again. It's just it's never gonna settle for me. The other element that I can't seeing the right guard, Feliciano, go on a tweeting spree yesterday. Dog, put the phone down. What are we doing? What are you doing? What are we doing? Like, if you want to alienate yourself from a fan base quicker, tweeting about teammates, tweeting about other players.
Did he tweet more?
Yeah. Oh, all day. He was tweeting all day. And look,
I got to see this.
Feliciano and Jalen Carter were going at it. Jalen Carter said that he was referencing his dead friend, and Feliciano said that he was challenging him. Dog, put the phone down.
Jeez, Louise.
Just put the phone down. Then he's saying, well, I was hungover, and that's why, I just opened the app and I was defending Colton McKivitz, and then I ran the bus over Spencer Burford. It's just less is more in these situations. I don't pretend like I have the kind of fame or followers that any of these people have, but there was a particular person from Philadelphia who will not leave me alone when it comes to social media. And you know what I did? I just blocked him. Cool. And he got a big rise out of it. And he's gonna, he's gonna post that. And guess what? Less is more. Just leave me alone. It's not real life. Social media sucks. More harm can be done than good. Leave me alone. Feliciano, put the phone down. Stop tweeting. We don't want to hear from you. Just let it go. It makes me never want to see this guy in a Niner uniform ever again.
It's not a good look. No doubt about it. Not a good look.